If you really want to understand what may happen to the African Democratic Congress, ADC, before the 2027 general election in Nigeria, then follow this carefully. If you are supporting the ADC, watch this. If you are rooting for Atiku, watch this. If you are a supporter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, also watch this. And if you are not on any side, just like me, also watch this to learn. At the end of this video, you will understand deeper secrets about politics in Nigeria and why many analysts describe Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a more strategic politician than Atiku Abubakar. So on Wednesday, February 6, 2013, a major political alignment began to take shape that would later redefine Nigeria's political structure. Leaders from different parties, including figures from the Action Congress of Nigeria, All Nigeria People's Party, Congress for Progressive Change, and a faction of All Progressives Grand Alliance, came together to form what is now known as the All Progressives Congress. While this was presented publicly as a collective effort, many political observers recognized that Tinubu played a central and highly strategic role in building and stabilizing this coalition. He was not just there to contest, he was deeply involved in aligning the party interests, negotiating power blocks, and ensuring that the merger held together despite internal differences. What stands out in Tinubu's approach is patience and long-term calculation. Instead of positioning himself immediately for the presidency, he supported Muhammadu Buhari, who became the party's presidential candidate in 2015. That decision was not accidental. It allowed the APC to gain national acceptance, consolidate power across regions, and build a stronger structure before Tinubu made his own move years later. This is where the famous political sentiment, "It is my turn," became a slogan. His approach reflected years of groundwork, alliance building, and strategic restraint. Tinubu invested time in building a party that could win, rather than rushing to satisfy personal ambition at the early stage. Now, when you compare this to the political journey of Atiku Abubakar, a different pattern begins to emerge. Atiku has moved across multiple political platforms over the years, including the APC and the People's Democratic Party. He left the APC ahead of the 2019 elections to secure the PDP presidential ticket, which he won. He also contested under the PDP in 2023. In fact, Atiku has been a presidential candidate multiple times, ranging from 1993 as a contender in primaries, 2007, 2011, 2015 primaries, 2019 and 2023, showing a consistent and persistent ambition for the presidency. However, when you look critically, it looks like his persistent political ambition lacks solid strategies. Now, moving into the ADC coalition, Atiku has once again positioned himself at the forefront. But this is where the contrast becomes more visible. At a time when a large segment of the public is showing support for figures like Peter Obi and Rabiu Kwankwaso, many expected a different kind of political approach, the type that will prioritize coalition stability over immediate personal ambition. Instead, Atiku has indicated interest in contesting again. From a strategic standpoint, this raises questions. Because coalition politics often requires timing, sacrifice, and the ability to step back in order to build something stronger. That was the pattern seen in Tinubu's approach during the formation of the APC. In contrast, Atiku's approach appears to be directly focused on contesting, rather than consolidating first and contesting later. This is why some analysts describe Tinubu's political style as more calculated. He built a structure, strengthened it over time, allowed another candidate to carry the party to power, and then made his move when the foundation was solid. Nevertheless,
This does not necessarily make one politician better than the other in absolute terms, but it clearly spells out the big difference in political method. As 2027 approaches, this difference in strategy may play a decisive role in shaping the outcome of the ABC. Feel free to share your thoughts.